When was the last time you used money? When was the last time you had coins in your pocket buying something you need for the day? We are living in a world of cashless transaction, e-payments, and new fintech lifestyle. So today I'll be speaking about 4 top companies: Adyen, PayPal, Visa, and famous Square. So in this 4, I'm going to present to you the technical fundamentals, the valuation, and most importantly, the Fibonacci retracement tool on where the support levels and where to buy into this company so that you will minimize your risk. So for number 1, Adyen. It's a Dutch company. This company has been famous for taking over PayPal on eBay. It's a European company and it's grown since its IPO days. Super high growth potential, strong operation. At the moment, investor sentiment is starting to slow down. People are just watching where they are and who knows what they're going to go next. And another thing that I would like to add about competition is Wirecard. They have gone bust. Competition now, and where else is the horizon for Adyen? So think about that area. When I go into the valuation, Adyen is fairly valued at 1,400. So I know it's shooting about 1,500 just now, but if I were to value Adyen as a company for its growth, 1,400 is good value. So it's not far off from its existing valuation. So as you can see on the chart here, 1,500 is pretty high, but it's breaking down to that first buying point. You see where the first buying point, 1,340, that mark here. So this mark here is a very strong support line. So like I said, I value it 1,400. So this might be a support line where you don't see it falling through the cracks. But if it does, the next support line is at 1. The second buy, I would say, is 1,260. So within this boundary, I think Adyen just now, if the operation goes really well, it's a great buying point. But you need to remember, you need to see that it will take time before it breaks through this 1,500 barrier. It will take time with all the market sentiment to see if it actually breaks through. It could take 6 months, it could take a year. But as it stands, this is where the company is fairly greatly valued. But the lower you buy, the better for your growth. And if you do see any fallen depths in the coming weeks due to tax sell-off, I think Adyen is a company that you should own. I would like to speak about is Square. The most popular, most voted one for me to cover. Everyone owns Square. Square has got high momentum out of the 4. So Square has got huge growth potential. Again, they're owned by the same guy from Twitter. Stable operation, same return in the market, but it's an overvalued stock. I want to overemphasize how overvalued Square is. So what's been happening in the last 30 days? So chalk-in money inflow is low. Money is starting to go out, but simple moving average is still high. Short interest, people are starting to take profit, and then relative strength index is medium. It's not aggressively oversold yet, but it's starting to move towards the direction, maybe because of the tax sell-off or because in January people are taking profits. If I were to value Square, honestly, Square is only worth $50. As it stands, Square is up around about the 170 to 140 mark. My take on Square is if you can take profit, take profit. Square is way too high for where it stands. If Square does fall, the first support line would be 120. It would fall up to 120, a strong support line at 120. And also the next one is about at 105 and the one's at 89. So you can see the gap deviation is quite big. If you were to buy now, I don't recommend it. I think it's a point for owners to sell. If you want to get in, I think the opportunity is to get in at these 2-3 different levels that I've described to you, depending on the risk that you want to take. But I would just say that they are overvalued and there's a lot of competition out there. They're not the number 1 leader. They're one of the favorite. I would recommend to sell it to take profit. That's my take. That's my take. Do your own research.
This video is a partnership with StockCard.io. I use StockCard on a daily basis for new stocks or existing stocks. And even better, StockCard helps me in my investment where they send me emails on my watch list if technical indicators change. If the RSI or stochastic or momentum change, they will tell me. I check my email, I know, and I can act upon it, make a conscious technical decision. So click on the link below. I use it myself, really useful, and I highly recommend to you guys. So catch you later.
Now for the next one, PayPal. I use PayPal, everybody use PayPal. PayPal is still an amazing company. It's gone up to $191. Oh, people love PayPal. Fair growth potential, strong operation, overvalued stock. Simply, COVID-19 has just changed the way we shop in the Western world. Chalk-in money inflow is still high. People are still buying PayPal. People are still jumping on the bandwagon. Simple moving average is high. Short interest is medium. They're trying to fight. The bulls and bears are fighting, but still, stand still in between. Relative strength, there's a slowing down, so it's not as fast as when it was back in July and August. So I work my valuation on Graham's intrinsic method. I think PayPal for me it's at 160 value, 160. They're at 190 just now. So I see the first buy-in point if you don't own PayPal. The first drop, strong support, which I don't. It's at about 177. And the next one down is about 165. Not very strong, but 165. And then possibly the third one, which I see that it might fall, is about 148. So that's the three support line that I see. This one, 161, 148. And PayPal is only in the Europe and North American, and it's not going to expand further than that. It's still our staple growth transactional app that we use on a daily basis. Next, for Visa. Going to Visa, the oldest among the four, but still strong on its legs. Fair growth potential, strong operation, outperform the market. They are the leaders. Very obvious. And fair share price for where it is just now. As you can see, the stock price is 204. It's basically just recovered to when before the COVID drop. Chalk-in money flow, money is still coming in. People see value in Visa. Moving average is middle, relative strength index is middle, short interest is middle. But money is coming in, so I think people are starting to see value in Visa after the last earnings. They are not breaking huge barriers because it's a big company trying to change, trying to move on, trying to lower fees so people can track people coming in. And Visa, out of the lot, is the most established. It pays dividends. On the valuation side, Visa, I feel it's worth at least $200. And if Visa starts beating its quarter again because of the growth in e-commerce and transactional business, I think $250 is easily what Visa is worth. So at the point where they are just now, I think Visa, it's a good point to buy only when it drops. So it drops next week. My first buying point is 168 here, this level. Look at the huge support here. They're trying to break through for a long time, and finally they broke through, but it looks like they may come back down. So this region is a great buying point. And then obviously the next one down at 178 to 175. So that buffer zone and that buffer zone is excellent buying point for Visa. And Visa, they still pay you dividends. And it looks like it might come on the first trigger point. People might buy and push it back up again, but depending on how. But this company has got a lot of room for growth. It's got more value, but it depends on the momentum. So that's me for the four companies that I've just compared. Adyen, which I think is super high growth, great value but expensive stock. Visa, great value that pays dividend, good value to buy in, but it might fall further. You could buy in. PayPal and Square, on the other hand, are a bit overvalued. If you have profit, take money. I would personally take it myself and then buy at lower points for these two companies. End of the day, for these four transactional business, cashless transaction companies are great growth stocks for any portfolio, young and old, or you might be in your 30s. Own them. So that's me, that's my point, that's my research, and you can make your own decision. Hopefully this will supplement in your decision making process. Hopefully you can join me again in future for more analysis in this way that I've presented to you. So please remember to like and subscribe so that I can share more information and help you make money in future. Have a good day, guys. See you later.
Alright, before I say goodbye, please do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and if you want, support me on Patreon as well, so I can produce content like this every single day for you guys, to give you guys value. So please do share, share this video to help us grow our YouTube channel, yeah? Yeah. Alright guys, 3, 2, 1, bye bye.